Beldock, and I'm with the Bonefish Grill in Nanuet. And Risa and I became friends doing a lot of charity work in community. And we just had this amazing idea, Risa did, to make a show that could highlight entrepreneurs in Rockland County who do an exceptional job at their business and that also give back. And that's something that I'm personally passionate about, and I know that my Bonefish Grill family is so passionate about, and it just struck this incredible idea. And here we are.
The more we talked about it with people, the more we were hearing about sort of the unsung heroes in Rockland County, and that's really what we're trying to do. So it's not just to highlight the causes, but it's really to also highlight those unsung entrepreneurs who work so hard.
Who's rolling up their sleeves, who's taking out the extra time on top of their workload with their business, balancing out time with their families, and finding a cause that they're passionate about, or sometimes many causes, and getting down to it and making a difference, making a big difference.
So let's, one of the first things we want to do is thank our sponsors, so Bonefish Grill.
Yeah, my shout out to my Bonefish family, and I hope you're all listening in.
Yes, hi Bonefish family across the U.S.
Yes, good morning.
GMG Public Relations, so that's my company. KLS Transportation, which is Kevin Hardy, and Kevin is our first guest this morning. He is our guinea pig, right Kevin?
That's what you want to call me?
So Kevin is going to take the heat for everybody else and set the bar. So we'll talk to Kevin in a minute, but it was only after we already asked him to be a guest that he said he would sponsor our show as well, which is kind of cool. So we'll talk to Kevin about all his stuff. And then Birbrower Beldock, which is the premier personal injury law firm in the Hudson Valley. So anybody dealing with any sort of personal injury or malpractice incident can give them a call at 845-267-4878. So one of the other things we should mention is that we want people to email us. We're going to be giving out, we've made this a bit of a talk show, game show kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be giving out prizes, and the way you win those prizes is you write into us at our email address, which is thebiggerpicturewrcr@gmail.com. And you can just tell us hi, you can say what you like about the show, you can make a suggestion for guests, which we're looking for, unsung heroes. Tell us anything that you want to tell us about the show. And we're going to pick somebody randomly.
Yep.
And then they are going to be announced on the next show. So
the winner will be announced the following show.
So just to keep us on track, where's our clock there? Okay, 10:14. Okay, so just a quick rundown so people know who we are. So I was not born, but I was raised in Nanuet. I've lived here my whole life. I went to Nanuet High School. My girls are graduates from Nanuet High School. I was the first girl on the AV squad, which I guess makes me somehow uniquely qualified to use the equipment here. And that's a shout out to my brother who forced me to do it. For those who want to know how long I've really been here, I still call it literally. There was the lock, stock, and barrel, the red rail, and I was here before the Nanuet Mall was built, so I'm one of the old timers. And if anybody remembers, and people can write in and tell us, but anybody remembers Boggiano's. Do you remember it, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Kevin actually has as much history as I do here. Boggiano's is where Martio's now is, and that's where we used to get our pinky balls and our gum. I was the vice president of the Nanuet Chamber of Commerce before the Palisades Mall went in. And then a couple of years ago, George Homan, our new Clarkstown town supervisor, asked me if I would start a new Chamber of Commerce for Nanuet. And so we did that 5 years ago. We founded it 4 years ago. I was president for 2 years. I'm on the board now. And oddly enough,
we're all board members.
Tyler's a board member and Kevin's a board member. So we are all Nanuet. I was also for real old timers, and there may be, I don't know if Ed Day remembers this or not, Mike DiTullo, Tappan's the International Trade Association. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah, so someone's going to have to call in and tell me what it was about, but I apparently was on the board of that. And a member of the Orange and Rockland Community Investment Grant Committee, where I got to learn a lot about the organizations, the nonprofit organizations in the county, which was a wonderful experience. I also do Reading Education Assistance Dogs, which is a free literacy program with my dog Annie, who's a therapy dog. and I'm the Vice President of Marketing for the Rockland Business Women's Network, and we will have Cynthia Bronca on, who's going to be one of our guests. She's the president. And, just to segue, I was on the board of the Pearl River Chamber of Commerce with Mr. Hardy, who asked me to do that, and that is actually where I met Ed Day, who was running for office. Nobody knew who he was, and I said, why would you do that to yourself? So I don't know if Ed's listening, but Ed, you're the only call-in we'll take this morning. But all right, Kyra, so that's me. Now Kyra.
Wow, I don't even know how I can follow that. Well, I feel so lucky, so blessed to be here today, and to have started a business in Rockland County that it really turned into be a perfect marriage. I really, truly believe in the brand of Bonefish Grill and the exceptional and incredible things that we do at Bonefish. And we're a very community-minded business. And coming to Rockland County and doing some networking, I very quickly realized that there are so many people in this county and this community that feel exactly the same way. And it shows. It shows in, the guests that have, come in and dined in my restaurant, Bonefish, and, have many conversations at my bar over a handcrafted martini and just talking about what we're doing in the community and how we're making an impact and, the responsibility that we all have as entrepreneurs to give back. A little bit about myself. I grew up in Seattle, Washington, Seaport, and grew up eating incredible fresh seafood my whole life. That was my real childhood memory, and come from a line of great cooks and chefs in my own family. I went to college on the East Coast here in New York, and went to school to be a elementary school teacher, and I did that, and I took a lot of forks in the road. I did, and it led me right back to the restaurant. The first time that I ate at a Bonefish Grill, I had salmon, and I call it my ratatouille moment. I sat there, ate a dinner that reminded me of exactly what it was like to eat at my family dinner table. And that was the beginning of the relationship with myself and Bonefish Grill. And it really just took off. And so many doors had opened for me, and I met some incredible leaders and doers, and I was able to do everything that I loved working for Bonefish. I was able to give back to my community, cook incredible food, train and hire an amazing staff, and have so much fun doing it. I really am somebody who can say I love going to work every day. So that's just a little bit about myself. Some of the organizations that I've been involved with in Rockland County would be the Center for Safety and Change. We did a huge fundraiser event for them. We did a fundraiser event for the STEP program, which is a Rotary-sponsored program. We've done work with the Jewish veterans. We have done, just countless donations to so many different organizations, but those are the biggest.
Kyra's definitely the definition, as is Kevin, I think, of, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. Right?
That's
so,
me.
and I met Kyra. Kyra reminded me that we met, I sat at the bar, I guess, with my girls.
You did. The first time I met you, you were with your girls, and that was the first time that, I really didn't know much about you. I just knew that you were very involved with the community.
And I thought, God, she's so young. How is she running this restaurant?
Well,
and I think we had the ceviche, which I highly recommend.
Yeah, I've met so many incredible people at that bar, in that restaurant.
It's got a real Cheers feel to it.
It does.
When you sit in there. We were meeting the other night, my friend Lisa walked in, and I was like, hey! So it's got a real Cheers kind of comfortable feel to it.
Well, I'm so glad that you feel that way, and that's definitely what we're all about. And that's a similar situation to how I met our guest today. And we were participating in a chamber event, which was a tent event that we do every year at the shops. And after the event, everybody came in from the chamber to have a nice cocktail at the Bonefish Grill, and I struck up a conversation with the gentleman sitting far to my right, and in talking to him and finding out that beyond an amazing business that he owns, he really is wholeheartedly passionate about a few causes, and we had a very long conversation about that, and I will never forget it. So, welcome, Kevin.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
And
Truly our guinea pig this morning, Kevin. So we
He's
had to go with
He
somebody who,
handles-
yeah.
I'll try to live up to that.
He knew us well, yeah. And we knew him well, so we could tease him and everything. So, Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and your Rockland background, and then also KLS.
Okay, well, first off, congratulations, ladies. I think it's a great idea and a great program. And once I got invited as a guest and I heard more about it, I was really happy to become a sponsor of the program, because I think it's something that is needed and something that'll work. So, because my mother raised no fool, coming into what I call the lioness den here.
I think we have to rename the show.
I wanted to.
I think we definitely have to now.
All right, I wanted to congratulate you, and I brought you some chocolate from the Rockland Bakery, so congratulations.
Oh my
God,
Thank you
There
so
you
much.
go.
It's the best breakfast ever.
All right, there you go.
Chocolate cake.
That is the way to bribe us, for
That
sure.
martinis, right? So anyway, yeah, my name's Kevin Hardy, and I also grew up in the county, born and raised in Nanuet, and my grandparents actually had a farm on Rose Road in West Nyack, so I have and when my sister and I have time, we go back, we're actually back to 1820 in Rockland County with the family.
Wow.
So farmers and cobblers and all kinds of different things there, but that's where it came from. So, but the most recent history is that in 2006, I purchased KLS Transportation, which is a town car limousine service. We provide all kinds of passenger service to and from the city, the airports, night on the town, weddings. We do all kinds of things like that. And that actually was the start of what got me involved in some of these other organizations, because I bought the business and less than a year later, I guess the economy hit the skids, and so we had to come up with a game plan for, how to keep the business going. And so sales drives the business, and I decided to put a lot of money into the internet. I decided to start networking like crazy, and the final part of my plan was to be the last man standing. So far I'm still standing. But anyway, things are getting better, and actually what happened as a result of that is I got involved in several organizations, as Reese had mentioned. I was the president of the Pearl River Chamber of Commerce. I joined the RBA, hello Al out there. I also got involved through one way or the other, different things. But the thing that really hit me the best was Rotary. And I didn't know, like a lot of people didn't know that much about Rotary. And kind of amazed to find out that it was an organization that was founded in Chicago by a man named, an attorney in Chicago, Paul Harris, in 1905. And I basically, from what I've read into, it was not originally intended to be a service organization. It was actually meant to be a networking organization, business people getting together, giving each other business. My opinion is, and what I've discovered along the way, is that I think what they discovered is once they started getting involved in the community and giving back, people started to take notice of them and got to know them. And then they, in turn, wanted to do business with them because of what they did. And I think that's really the whole idea with Rotary. The theme is service above self. It's an amazing organization in that people of all types can get together, and the sole purpose is to what can we do and to give back. And there are 12 clubs, 12 or 13 in Rockland County alone. Each one of them decides what they want to do on their own. They do get the support of Rotary International. There's something like 12 million members of Rotary worldwide, 32,000 clubs, and I guess their biggest claim to fame is they decided in 1979 to eradicate polio, and they're very close to that. There's only 2 countries left in the world that have polio. I believe it's Afghanistan in Pakistan. We're very close to accomplishing that goal. So but I do belong to several organizations. I do belong to the chambers. They do good things. I brought the 10th event actually from Pearl River over to Nanuet, which
What
is
a
where.
fun event.
And my whole idea with that, as anybody who knows me, is I like to get numbers of people together because with numbers, I think you can accomplish more.
Yeah, that really is a fun event. And I think, you came up with the idea, and we kind of ran with it that first year right outside of
Right outside of Bonefish.
right outside of Bonefish, and we invited all the chambers, Nanuet Chamber, all the chambers, whatever business groups would come, Rockland Business Women's Network, and was the first year the rain year?
It was.
The first year was
And it was still so much fun.
Oh my God, we had gotten a tent, and then we kept saying it won't rain, it won't rain.
We were carrying Bang Bang shrimp out underneath umbrellas.
And literally, as someone got on, the first person got online, the raindrops started to fall, and it ended up being sort of a flood. And everybody was in.
Everybody was having such a great time.
It was such a great time.
It was packed.
It was such a great time. So then we ran it again this year. We moved it to a different spot. But then we did, and this year we're going to do it again. We'll do something a little bit different, but
Think about it, that rain didn't happen, I don't think Mother and I would have had that
A long
conversation.
conversation.
Right.
It was meant to be.
yeah, and then we roped her into being on the Nanuet Chamber too.
I don't know about ropes. It was totally fine today.
And just as a shout out, so I actually right before this was at the Nanuet Chamber of Commerce Street Fair meeting with Clarksville Supervisor George Holman, and we have to give a shout out to Nanuet Chamber because I've been on a lot of boards over the years, and they are truly the most diverse, interesting, hardworking group of people I've really ever worked with. Everybody has their little specialty and sort of takes it and runs with it. And Susan Creasy and Joe Brunelli just ran with this street fair. It was Joe's idea to do a street fair, and we were 1 year old, and we were like, we're not doing a street fair. If you want to do it, go ahead. We're not going to charge. And it was a huge success. And we had to turn away vendors. We turned away vendors last year. So we're working on some interesting twists for this year. We're going to do a whole old-fashioned family picnic with potato sack races, and I understand Clarkstown actually has potato sacks, so we're excited about that.
Perfect.
But yeah, so that's June 5th, so mark your calendars for that. So Kevin, you want to talk about the One Food Festival, exactly what that is and what that does?
Well, getting back, Rotary does a lot of different things in the North. I got involved about 8 years ago, and Rotary does international causes and a lot of different things, the polio. We also do microfinance projects, and we do blood jars. We support School for the Blind in India, who's from India. But a few years ago, one of the higher-ups in Rotary, I don't remember who it was, came and spoke to us and asked us what our signature project was. So I took a little thought of that. Larry Luxembourg, who was the incoming president, and I had a conversation, and we discussed the idea of doing something like that. And a couple of weeks later, Diane Senatori from People to People came in and talked about hunger. And as I said, that's really what made me take a grip on what was going on in the county, because as I said, I grew up in the county. I grew up on a farm, and not a day in my life did I ever go to bed hungry. And to hear about children and people in Rockland County that were having problems eating, we decided right then and there that was going to be the bulk of what we do.
The
to raise
statistic
money.
was scary.
Very
Right?
scary.
In
Yeah.
terms of the children
This
that
is
go hungry
actually
in Rockland.
exactly how Kevin and I's first conversation went. And it was that statistic that was shocking. What is that
I
statistic?
have no clue. I can't remember. It was just too much for me to imagine. I mean, it was just
Diane, call in and
something like
remind us.
2,000 people a month go to People alone.
And the majority of it is children.
And so
and women.
that's true.
And elderly.
Yeah.
So basically what we decided to do was to put together something to raise money, half of which was going to go to a local cause, which in this case was going to be hunger, and the rest we would use for our other projects. For instance, this year we raised $8,000 and gave out coats, which is Operation Warmth, another Rotary program. And there's a shout out to Costco, who helped us out greatly this year
Got a
by
lot of
giving us some
coats.
coats. Over 400 coats all over the county. And but this was the idea. So when Larry got in as president, he said, okay, well, it's time to get going. And I want to do this, and I was at a Rotary thing, and they were talking about a wine festival, and they have they raised incredible amounts of money. And so I said, all right, and we talked about it, and I came up with a game plan for what we were going to do. And he said, okay, well, this was July, and I want to do it in September, and we need a chairman. And he just was staring at me
Until you said yes.
Last man standing.
right, and then he said, well, I want to do this in September. So 2 years ago, in a 3-month period of time, we put together the festival, and we were able to raise $16,000. We cleared $11,000 in the first event.
Wow.
And so,
this last year.
well, this last year,
knocked
this
it out
is
of the park.
well, Risa, you were involved with it the year before and did some PR, and I want to say that these ladies are what they say they are. They get involved, and they want to do good in the world. And this past year, after I met Risa, and after I met Kyra, the thing bloomed out, and we cleared 25,000, and we cleared 20,000 in the second year of the event. And Risa did the PR. Kyra came in and tended bar and got us the wine.
You tended bar. You
Yes,
were so
she
cute.
did.
I didn't realize you were there, of course, until I saw the
I was having
the
so much
fish.
fun.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was.
And
I'm not wearing heels next year, though.
Definitely
I
not.
thought it was inside.
I'm sorry about that.
Wearing my
I
heels.
said
That's
tent.
all right.
Did tent? Did
Yeah,
you miss
I know.
the idea
I
of
missed
the tent?
that.
Okay. But anyway, it turned out to be a great event, and we're actually looking to double it. I mean, next
We are
year.
going to double it.
There we go.
At the very least, we're gonna make sure we double that.
By the way,
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
scary about you too.
Give us a
We're gonna
challenge.
do it.
I mean, our radio show, I think we came up with this idea and ran with it. We have a logo, we have a Facebook page, Twitter, and Periscope
It's
inside
soon
10
to be
days
coffee
or
cups.
something. Oh, and coffee mug. Oh, so, which brings us, first of all, I want to say a shout out, though, to my daughter, Kelly Roses, who is listening from California. Hi, Kelly Roses. I don't know if Sammy's up yet. And Sammy, who works at Bonefish. Thank you, Kyle. But we want to let you guys know that this, like we said in the beginning, is a bit of a game show as well.
Yeah.
So what we're giving away is...
We have an awesome,
Go ahead,
awesome
you
gift.
tell the first one there.
Okay, so the first prize that we are going to be giving away is a dinner for two on Valentine's Day at the Bonefish Grill in Nanuet, and you are going to have a limo ride to and from the restaurant from KLS Transportation, and it's going to be an unforgettable Valentine's Day for our winner.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's going to be
I'll
awesome.
do pictures.
Okay.
That is a great idea. So the way that you win that prize is you, again, write into us at the bigger picture, wrcr@gmail.com, and we are really going to pick somebody randomly. So just write in what you like about the show, just to say hi, suggested guest, anything like that.
Yeah, we do
And
need
we're gonna
some
pick
suggestions
randomly.
for the future guests, too.
Yes.
You know, and Kevin really sets the bar.
Now the other
high.
prize, the other prize we're giving is from Bounce Trampoline Sports in Valley Cottage. We're going to give away a 2-hour bounce card, and that's going to be for every show. So that's kind of fun for the kids, although adults can do it too. And we will also be making, as Kyra said, we're going to be doing our logo on coffee mugs. And so we're going to be giving away, Kevin, you're the first guest, so we don't have yours quite yet, because the logo
I
is just
see.
finished. But we're going to be
Guinea
giving
pigs don't
coffee
need coffee
mugs,
cups.
so we'll
You
give
will be
one.
the first to get a coffee cup. Even before myself, I will give you my coffee cup. You have to have the
There you
first
go.
one.
I have to do a shout out now to my brother Martin, who's also just checking in on Periscope here, and he is the one who gave me the AV audiovisual background, and he is a very talented videotape editor. So hello, big brother. All right, and we've got 5 minutes left. So what I want to do is just mention that our next show is February 9th. And that'll be with Dr. Michael Kosolovo, who is the head of New City Chiropractic Center. And they are celebrating their 30th anniversary in Rockland County, which is pretty amazing. And they have actually been doing Toys for Tots for 30 years in a row. So that is very cool. And he's got some other events and really fun things planned for their anniversary year. And on February 23rd, because we are the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month, we will have Cynthia Bronco, who I mentioned earlier, who I met. We're now on, she's the president of the Rockland Businesswomen's Network, which is a fantastic organization, and I'm the VP of marketing there. But I met her going to one of the meetings for Rockland Businesswomen's Network, and only got to know her as the head of the pajama program in Rockland County, which is an amazing program, and I will let her tell you guys all about that on February 23rd. Okay, so, Kevin, I have to ask you, because I know that you're the, got all this information in the back of your mind too. So what was in the spot on Main Street in Nanuet that is now an empty lot?
The Red Rail?
Yes, nice.
Not that I ever went
We
there.
need a little ding ding ding.
Yeah, we do, we need a bell.
All right, and let's see, what was the first name of Nanuet?
Have no clue.
All right, it was called Clarkstown.
Was it
Before it
really?
was Nanuet.
Oh, okay.
And that was until 1856, and then it was named after the chief Nanawit, who was actually one of the signers on the Wayway Yonda patent. Very interesting little tidbit there. And at what year did the railroad reach Nanuet? Any guesses? You can't, you're peeking. So
I'm not gonna cheat, I promise.
Well, I can tell you about the railroad as I used to play.
Well, it was 1869 for those who are curious. And who was our first Rockland County executive? See, Kevin to me is Mr. Rockland County. Kevin knows
really is.
everybody. Everybody knows Kevin. If you see a Facebook picture with somebody, it's Kevin's in there. He's at every single meeting. So I don't know how Liz kind of tolerates it, but she does apparently. But Kevin is Mr. Rockland. So you should know this. Who was our first Rockland County executive?
I guess was Mund? Was it Mund or Grant?
No.
Grant?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, Grant. And Grant was an honorary member of something. Do you know what he was?
No.
Honorary member of the Havistra Rotary? I'm trying to find it now. One of the Rotaries. So
Is that
that's,
real?
that's the
Yeah.
tie-in in there, yes. He was an honorary member of the North Rockland Rotary Club.
Okay.
So there, I thought you should know that. All right, anything else that you would like to add, Kyra? Should we thank our sponsors one more time?
Yeah, and first I want to really just say, Kevin, thank you so much for what you do for our community. Thank you so much for the bridges that you build and for the service that you do for a lot of people who would probably love the pleasure of thanking you in person. And I just want to make sure that you know how grateful we are
Well,
to
you're
build
welcome.
And
be friends with you and to know you on a professional level as well.
I would like to blame you. I mean, thank you for
Yes.
many, many things as well. And truly, I think that's true, that it was the whole Rotary event that brought Kyra and I closer together
It did.
and sort of forth, it was the genesis of all of this. So, so we want to thank, again, KLS Transportation, which you now know what they do. If you need a town car, a ride to the airport, ride anywhere, you can call KLS Transportation. What's that number, Kevin?
623-6145.
Don't ask me, because I'm not sure. I just text you. So-
I need a ride tomorrow.
That's right. And Birbrower Beldock, the personal injury attorneys, malpractice attorneys in Rockland County, 845-267-4878. And of course,
Bonefish Grill. Hey, it's Tuesday, and it's Bonefish Grill.
Yes, Tuesday.
We're hooked on Tuesday at Bonefish. So I know a lot of people that work in Rockland travel and commute to other locations where they reside, and we do have a location in Secaucus, New Jersey, and Paramus, New Jersey. So on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, we have a prefixed dinner menu.
I had it last week,
It's
last
awesome.
Tuesday. It was awesome, and a lot of food. It was
It's
fabulous.
9 dinners, 3-course meals, starting at $14.90. You
Really,
can't
really
beat that.
good. And our other sponsor, GMG Public Relations, which is my company. We do PR, marketing, all kinds of visibility, whatever you need for marketing for your business. And again, just a shout out to Christine Gritman, engagement editor for LOHUD, who was also just helpful in promoting this show. And we are really, really thrilled to be here. We hope you guys will write into us, tell us what you like about the show. Someone's going to win a Valentine's dinner.
Somebody's going to have an amazing Valentine's Day.
Someone's
Make
going
sure
to
you
really
write
do it.
in.
So please write into us, tell your friends, and follow us on Facebook and all of our social media. And we really would like to make this an exciting show. So let us know also the people that you recommend for us to interview.
Yeah.
Right?
And thank you so much.
Are we out, Carrie?
1 more minute.
Oh, one more minute.
If I might, if anyone is interested in finding out more about the Chamber or the Rotary, we are having on February 18th at the Bonefish Grill, 5:30 at night, we're having a networking event. Anyone's welcome. $10, right? Right, Kyra? Get you in
Come
the
on
door.
in, it's gonna get you some appetizers.
And find out what it's like to get involved in a service organization and have good things happen to you as well.
Absolutely.
So
Thank you.
true. It's really, getting involved in Rockland definitely pays off. And there's really great people here doing terrific things, and we've been here
And
long enough.
we're happy to celebrate it. This
We
is what
are
it's all
happy
about.
to celebrate it. So, and thank you again for our cake, Kevin.
Oh, enjoy.
Chocolate cake for breakfast.
We'll be having chocolate cake
Perfect.
for breakfast. All right.
Have an amazing day, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to our first show, and we will see you in 2 weeks on February.
WRCR, we're headed for home this afternoon on 41.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. I know, we need a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody on Periscope. So my brother and my daughter, I think they were the only people. But thanks, you guys.
With Kevin.
Yeah, we need a picture. All right, guys. See ya.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
That was great. It went by so fast.
Thanks, Mark.
I
Thanks
felt
for
like I
watching.
sounded very nervous. Having to
No,
get
you
in
were
here.
good. Wait, I have to, oh, wait.
You have to sign off?
Yeah.
Sign off.
All right, bye. We have to sign off. Bye.